You are working on a large data set, and while working, you need to scroll the data down. And when you scroll down, all of a sudden you realize you do not even know what this particular column is all about. What are these numbers for? Or you do not know what this particular date is. Is it a joining date or is it a confirmation date? What date is it? You cannot see the headers on the top. So what you have to do, you have to mark this particular column and you have to go all the way up in order to see the header. Okay, joining date. Then you come down again and you continue your analysis. Okay, now we have the headers. Now let's see, let's scroll to the right. Okay, we see some asset ID, the laptop, the monitor, but to whom this particular record belongs to, we don't know. Why? Because the employee number and the employee ID is towards the leftmost side. And for that, again, I have to scroll to the left, then I have to scroll to the right. Now, to overcome this particular thing, Excel has given us a beautiful option. That is under the View tab of the ribbon, here under the Window section, Freeze Panes. So this particular video is all about freeze panes. So if you are a master in freeze panes, you can choose to skip this video as well. Otherwise, stay on. Let's go ahead. Let's look at the easiest one first. So when I scroll down, the top row, that is my header row, get disappeared. For this, what we have to do is go to freeze panes and click on freeze top row. Now, no matter how much I scroll down, my top row, the header row, is fixed. Now I can scroll down and see all my headers. But what if I scroll to the right? My employee ID is gone. So what I can do is I can go to freeze panes here and I say freeze first column. Now my first column stays put, no matter where I scroll. So I can compare this particular any of the column data with the employee ID. But the catch is when I scroll down, my headers are gone. So the first column and the first row cannot coexist. Either one of that can be switched on, and when one is switched on, the other gets switched off. So this is one issue that we have. The next issue is, what if we want to freeze two columns? So when we scroll to the right, we have the employee ID here, but we don't know to whom that particular employee ID or this data belongs to. So employee ID is just a number, not a name, right? So I want, along with the employee ID, employee name also to be freezed. First two columns. And Excel doesn't give us the first two columns here or the first two rows here. Similarly, when we freeze top row, only the first row gets freezed. Now what happens in many of the cases is, above this there is one more row where they give a title saying that employee data or something like that. Now what happens? Now if I go and give freeze top row, this blank row is freezed or the header row is freezed. Now I scroll down, the column headers are gone. So in this case, I should be able to freeze top two rows or first two columns. Or we need the rows and columns to coexist together. How do we do that? And for that, we have freeze panes. So any column or the row is freezed. To unfreeze that, we have an option unfreeze panes here. Click on that. Now it is unfreezed. With this freeze panes, you can freeze the column and row both together so that they can coexist. Also, you can make multiple columns and multiple panes freeze and make them coexist together. Let's look at it. How to do that? Now, few beginners get sometimes confused how to use this particular option. What you have to do is first select the row or the column which you want to freeze. Let me select this column A. Now I want to select the row also, so hold Control on your keyboard and click on this particular row. Now these are the two things which I want to freeze. This is just for the explanation sake, you need not do that, right? So once this is done, just outside the intersection of this row and column here, just outside the intersection of this, click here in B2. Then go to freeze panes and say freeze panes. You are done. The row is freezed, left column is freezed. We are good here. Now let's unfreeze this. Now how to do the multiple row and multiple column freeze? I want to freeze both employee ID and employee name, and let's think that my first row is some main header, so I can't give the first row freeze, so I want first two rows to be freezed, first two columns and first two rows. Alright, let's use the same technique. I'm going to select the first two columns, then I'm going to hold the Control, then I'll select first two rows. Where is the intersection? Here. I'm going to click just outside that here. Go to freeze panes and I'll say freeze panes. The job is done. First two rows are freezed and first two columns are also freezed. So this is all about a freeze panes option. A very small one but very powerful and important one. Let me know if you liked it in the comments below. I'll see you next time. Till then, enjoy and take care of yourself.